Alright, how are you? Tell me, how are you? Well, I decided to make this kind of comparison since I own both of these Invictus victories. The original, oh no, sorry, this is the original and this is the Elixir version. Yes, so what is the difference? Well, of course, the most obvious difference is that Elixir is sweeter. And you can feel it from when you just smell from the. You don't have to spray it. Instantly, you feel the sweetness. And when it comes to the original, what you feel there is this, I believe, cardamom, yeah, kind of tonka beans ish spiciness. Yeah. Hmm. Cinnamon, maybe, or is it cinnamon? I'm not sure really. It is something. Let's check. It is one or the other. I always mix them up. Invictus Victory. So yeah, Invictus Victory. Let's see. It's got vanilla, tonka bean, and lavender, and amber. Yeah, right. So it's neither cinnamon or right. So it's vanilla and tonka bean together that make it smell like that, like gourmand, like mm, sort of like smelling a box of you know cookie mix or whatever. Yeah, and when you smell the elixir, what does it remind you of? Well, what does that reminds me of is some kind of really powerful sweet that like one of them desserts or chocolates, whatever, that contain a lot of butter in it, but are also sweet. Yeah, kind of a little bit, maybe may remind you of toffee kind of sweetness, also. Yeah, the thing is, I feel that this one, Elixir, is a bit more. Of course, it adds what the original lacked, and that is sweetness. However, it may even add too much. That's the problem. It may be a slight overkill when it comes to the sweetness. It depends what you like, of course. Yeah, for sure, 100%. But yeah, I kind of when I first sprayed the elixir on me, I was enjoying it, but that's the first impression. After a while, it kind of gets a little too powerful, and yeah, I don't know. It's not something that I would wear inside anyway. Maybe when you go out, it kind of gets a different dimension, especially if it's not, like hot, too hot outside. I guess they are both designed for the colder weather, I believe, yeah. Especially the original. I like the original. No doubt about it. And it's not, as I said, the elixir can be too overpowering. The original is not. But at the same time, the original may not be very, challenging, or some. I can see why some might, find it kind of boring, slightly boring, because it's spicy, it's nice, kind of gourmety, but still, it's not very sweet, and people who like sweeter fragrances will find it kind of dull. While people who don't like sweetness, of course, in their fragrances, they will not like this one at all. And the best thing, I guess, about uh, Elixir is this beautiful blue color underneath. I don't know if you can see it. Anyway, yeah, and the fact that it is sweet. But the thing is, I wish they hadn't used that much of the same stuff when making this. They just kind of sweeten it up a bit. So there isn't like a big difference between them, I believe. Let's see what yeah, doesn't really say much of the ingredients of this one. Elixir, Noton Fragrantica. Yeah, well, I imagine it's also tonka bean vanilla. It says here olibanum or olibanum. There's somebody else wrote that it smells like dirty Raphael. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, as I said, it smells like a sweet that is very powerful and sweet and sweet, like a dessert that you buy somewhere in the not that you make by yourself, but that you buy in the store. So yeah, while the original smells like just as I said, smelling some kind of cookie mix box, or even uh, opening the spice shelf, you might get the same kind of smell. It has this tame, very basic spiciness. Yeah, spicy smell. While the Elixir version is much more powerful, not just sweeter, but also more powerful, actually, to me anyway. So yeah, that works for clubbing, for instance. Yeah, I can see why this would be a hit in such a scene. While the original, not as much really. It is more kind of wintry kind of fragrance that you put on just to smell nice, going outside or even just staying inside, whatever. Yeah, it definitely is. So which one do I like better? Well, it's tough to say really. Uh, I'm a little torn, but I definitely find this one a little too much. Simple as that. At first, yeah, it smells good, it's sweet and all that, but it becomes a little too much to me personally. It may get sickening, especially if you if you spray too much of it. Yeah, so don't overspray it. That's my advice. Well, this one you can spray. It's better to spray a little more because as I said, it's not that really loud. It has a quite passive DNA, despite being spicy. But yeah, so I guess I didn't expect to say this, but I guess I prefer the original because it's so not offensive, not offensive, and you can't really get nauseous from it. I don't see it. I don't see anybody except maybe people who have really sensitive stomachs and are sick, perhaps. Yeah, I can see them you know, not reacting well to it. But Elixir, I can see people getting nauseous. Definitely, everybody who hasn't have a really strong stomach, if they overspray it, it will become too much for them, I think. But I guess some people, there are differences. Some people can take. I mean, I have walked past people who have been wearing scents that would make me puke, and they were perfectly fine wearing them. It didn't make them puke, obviously. So we are all different. But to me personally, I think this one deserves a rating of about 8. Yeah. Well, this one I would give a 7 probably. I'm a little disappointed because I did expect much more, and it got some pretty good reviews. Quite many people, and one guy in the store actually recommended to me. So you know, So, but it's not that I don't like it at all, but as I said, it kind of gets overpowering and yeah, too sweet, too powerful, too buttery. Yeah, whatever. So yeah, so that would be all. Those are my comparisons between the OG Invictus Victory and the Elixir version. See you. Bye.